Hi guys, so today I want to do a talk through with you guys. I've been gone for a little while, but I'm back, thankfully. Today I want to kind of do something using the Nubian 2 by Juvias palette and include this baby while I'm at it. It's the Kylie bronze palette, and I want to use both of these to create a look that'll be easy for everybody to use. I normally like to use color. That's just what I'm used to, I guess. But I know not everybody likes to use color. I go for blues, pinks, purples, orange, and not everybody likes to use that. So I want to do today a look that I know you guys will be able to recreate, and I don't want to make it too difficult because once you get so many colors involved, you kind of lose yourself, and sometimes you can't even notice some of the half the colors you put in. So that's why I want to do a easy look for, I guess you say, beginners. And a look that is a daytime look because I'm actually gonna go out after this, so maybe catch lunch or whatever. So yeah, that's what I want to create for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's get started. Lately for brows, I've really been loving the Anastasia Beverly Hills the brow definer, and I use mine in the color chocolate. And you just take it off, and it has two ends. It has a spoolie end, and it has obviously the product. I'm gonna start with my brows. So first, I'm gonna brush them out. And I like to first brush them upward to kind of get first that defined underline of the brow. So I'm gonna get it with kind of like a slanted, like at a slanted angle, so I could like kind of fit it into the bottom. And I'm literally barely touching it because I want to get a really soft, not too dramatic. I don't want it to make it overly dramatic, so that's what I'm gonna go for. And as I'm going right here in the front, I'm kind of just like feathering it upward to kind of fill it in, not too harsh, and then you just kind of brush it out upward again to kind of spread that product all over your brow. And I tend to put a little bit more pressure once I get towards the tip of the brow, only because that's where I have more sparse hairs areas. Like I'm kind of missing some hair right there. My brows, unfortunately, without makeup are not brow goals, but stay tuned and they will be. So right here, I'm kind of just like feathering it through, making sure I get a little bit of product everywhere. I kind of want to keep it a little darker and thinner towards the end. Kind of want to have like a sharp edge. And I kind of arch it right here. Since I don't really have an arch, I kind of create my own. So since I want to add a little bit more, I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills powder. And the color that I'm using is dark brown. And I'm going to be using a angled brush for this. And another spoolie. So I want to just add a little bit of darkness in between the hair. So I'm just going to brush it down. And I'm going to grab the lightest color of the duo right here. Dark brown, by the way. And I'm just going to literally add in, like, not directly, but at an angle. I'm kind of just pressing it onto it and catching a little bit of that color, just so it's not like overly pigmented. And I'm just kind of sliding it through, kind of just brushing it through. And now that I'm done, I'm just gonna brush both of them out. So the concealer that I'm going to be using is the Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer in color 1.0. And I'm just going to be grabbing just a little bit of it just to clean out the bottom of the brows. Just a tiny bit. So now that I cleaned the bottom of the brows, I'm just going to prime my lids for the eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC. And I'm actually just going to apply it with my finger, only because I feel like I could get like a thin, good layer on it instead of using a brush, I'm kind of wasting product and it kind of comes out like a little striky. So I'm just gonna grab some. My finger, make sure your hands are clean. And I just like to pat it to kind of melt it in there. So I'm gonna immediately set that, and I'm just going to be using the bronze palette, and I'm gonna grab the lightest shade and just set that. And the reason why you want to set your primer is so the transition of your shadows could be a little bit smoother and not come out blotchy. So I'm just setting it on there. And then you basically want to do, ooh, that's a difference. You basically want to do that same step on the other eye. I love warm tones. So the color that I'm going to grab is from the Kylie palette, and it's going to be this middle color right here. This is a Morphe E27, and I'm just going to start with that, and I'm just going to tap that out. Make sure you don't want too much on the brush. So you're just going to start, and I'm going to go in windshield wiper motion for my eyes. Kind of start building up that color. I will be going into this bottom cornered one from the Kylie palette with a Morphe E28 brush. So into this one. And I'm just using the tip of the brush so I can make sure it goes directly into the crease. And just again doing the windshield wiper motions and circular motions, and just adding color as I go to that. And once I'm done like kind of gathering up that color build up that I want, I'm going to go back in with that same brush that I was using for my transition color and the transition color and kind of blend that out just to make sure we don't have no harsh lines. So I'm just picking up a little bit of color and literally in circular motions just blending it out. Just because we don't want no harsh edges. So going in there and show wiper motion. So now that I have that color on already, I will be going in now to the Nubia 2 palette by Juvias, and I will be grabbing the color Madagascar, which is this one right here. And I will be placing that on the crease as well. So grabbing Madagascar. Placing that into the crease. Just adding in that depth. I will be going in to the color Sheba, which would be this one right here. This one right here. And with Sheba, I would just be placing that again. No better tools than the ones God gave you. My finger. So just grabbing it with my finger and placing it directly to the lid. So after adding Sheba all over the lid, I want to go ahead and go back in with a little bit more of Madagascar just to help blend that out, or blend Sheba out, better said. So I'll be going in and just simply circular motions, blending it out. That's it for the eyeshadow. If you want to make it a bit lighter, then you could actually go ahead and put, maybe for example, like if you have this palette, you could go in with Zuri, which would be that one and maybe place it in the middle of the lids, and it will be a bit more natural. I want it like this just because, I mean, 3 colors on the crease, 1 on the lid, ready to go. You know, it can't get much simpler than this. So I actually want to go a little bit above and beyond. You could leave this look as is, pop on some lashes if you want, call it a day. I want to actually add a winged liner to this, so I'm going to add that, and I will be right back. So for primer, I will be going in with the Kat Von D Lock It Primer, and it's a hydrating primer base. Only because right now, since it's cold, my skin has been a little bit more on the dry side, so I'm really loving this. And this primer, let me just tell you, it goes a long way. I did a pump and a little half of another pump, and it's literally gonna be enough for like my whole face. So I'm gonna first rub it in just to make sure I'm spreading it everywhere, and slowly pat it into the skin. And I'm just gonna let that sit for about 2 minutes, and we will be back for foundation. Okay, so for foundation, I will be going into the Hourglass Stick Foundation in the color Nude. And I've recently been into a foundation stick kick only because they're so much cleaner to use. You don't have to make a mess of pouring out foundation and then using a brush and then applying it to the face. This one, you literally just roll it up and apply it directly to the face. So I'll do about 3, if not more, depending on how much coverage I want. And the coverage of this is about a medium to buildable, like it's very buildable, so it's not like hella full coverage, but just one across, one down. Where I get the most pigmentation at, right? Discoloration. 1, 2, 3. And just 1 up here. It looks crazy, I am aware. And then I will be blending this out with my damp beauty blender. You want to make sure the beauty blender is damp, or else it's not going to actually do its job of blending out the foundation. So you want to start blending that out. And what I really like about this foundation is that it has a very kind of like skin look to it. It doesn't make you look like hella cakey and fake. And depending how you're gonna have your hair that day, you want to go ahead and blend out into your ears and down your neck. I will be going in with my Urban Decay Skin Concealer, and I am medium light neutral, and I'm just going to place this under my eyes, and I will be bringing it in a bit on the sides of my nose, just to kind of make the appearance of my nose a little slimmer. So bringing it directly down, and then down the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my chin. And I will be also going in with a tint of my MAC Prep and Prime in the color Radiant Rose, just to add a bit more highlight to my under eye. So first I'm going to blend this out with the damp beauty blender, and just grabbing my Prep and Prime and just adding a hint, a bit on my Cupid's bow and a bit on my forehead and down the bridge of my nose. And going in again with the Beauty Blender and blending it out. And to set my under eye and the rest of my face, I will just be going in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. And first setting the under eye, because it's normally the first thing to crease on my face. So I'm gonna go in again with that same Beauty Blender. It helps make the translucent powder a little bit more mild, so it doesn't go so cakey on the face. And I will be first setting my under eye. And then with that same translucent powder, I'll set the rest of my face as well. I will be going in with my NARS Laguna bronzer and a Dose of Colors powder blush brush. And I will first start off by bronzing my face, giving it back a little bit of color since I look pretty off right now. So I'm gonna start off. Hello? What? Giving my face a bit of color. So I really like this brush because it's not harsh. It's very like fluffy. So I'm just going to add some color to that forehead. And then also my cheekbones. And then a little bit under the chin to kind of get rid of that double chin. Trying to get rid of the damage that the tamales from Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's left behind. So gotta get rid of that. And to contour, and I will be going in with a Smith 112 brush and the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. Hollows of my cheekbones. And then with the little fluffy brush, I'm going to go in with that same color that I was contouring. A little bit, tap it out, and kind of pinch it to create more of like a straight line. And just slightly contour my nose. And then just blend it out. Now we have snatched the nose. We will be going in with a tapered highlight brush. And this one is a Sigma F35. And I'm just going in with a bit of that translucent powder to clean up the bottom of the contour. So after we've done that, we've contoured, bronze contoured. I want to go ahead and now do my under eyes. And for the under eye, if you want to keep it more natural, like I said, something easy, you don't have to put anything, just put some mascara under your eye and call it a day. But like I said, I'm gonna go a little bit extra. I went a little extra with adding the wing liner, so I'm going to actually go ahead and add some a bit of shadow just under the eye. For the under eye shadow, I will be going in with a Morphe M322 and back in with that Madagascar color from the Nubian 2 palette, and just blend that into the lower lash line. I will be going into Kenya, which is this lower color right here, with a Angel Merino X Morphe AC62 brush, and it's just a little flat definer brush. And just with that same color. You could leave it like this for a natural look, or you could just go ahead and add black or white eyeliner. I'm gonna go for white just to make my eyes look a bit bigger. And I'm going to use the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Milk. So now I'm just going to brush off the translucent powder. So now for highlight, what I'm going to use is the Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood Illuminator and just a fan brush. And I'm going to just kind of like feather it in because if you go just directly like this, it kind of tends to sometimes leave a harsh line, and I don't really want that. So I'm just going to go in with like directly into it and kind of just feather this out with this. A little bit of both, but mainly make sure you have a popping ass highlight. On the tip of my nose, Cupid's bow. For blush, I will be going in with a Tarte blush, and it is in the shade Pampered. And I'm going to use a fluffy Bedeliums tool, 942. It's fluffy, but it's also angled. So I'm just grabbing and then just patting it on. So for lips, I decided that I want to go in with a gloss, and I'm going to be first using a base. So as a base, I'm going to be using the Colored Rain liquid lipstick in Sugar. And to top it off, I will be using the Mariah Carey X MAC lip gloss in the color Dream Lover. So first I'm going to apply the first coat. For lashes, I will be using the Colored Rain in Style. They go by style numbers, and this one is CRO19. And they look a little like this. So this is the final look with the lashes and the gloss on now. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys subscribe to my channel. I will also put down below the name of my Instagram, just in case you guys want to go ahead and follow me on that platform as well. And I will see you on the next one. Don't look at me.